hope everyone can hear me, ladies and gents. Yeah. Right. A very good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Trevor. So I'm going to spend about half an hour with you guys, and welcome to Maropeng. So, ladies and gentlemen, our place is designed to be an interpretation museum for the Cradle of Humankind. So, in our landscape, the cradle covers about 53,000 hectares of land. So, we've discovered over 300 caves in the last 50 years. So, most of our places are in privately owned lands. So, the government decided to make this museum just to gather all the information. But now, ladies and gentlemen, our story here is just to show people what we've discovered in South Africa. So far, South Africa has contributed over 40% of the world's fossil records. So we can now highlight the whole view of human evolution, ladies and gentlemen. But now coming to the name of our place, Maropeng, it's a Setswana word. So Setswana is the most spoken language around this area. So in English, it means returning to the place of origin. So when people come here, ladies and gentlemen, they basically coming back home. So welcome home, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I'm not saying you must stay here, ladies. Let's go back.
Wow. Real cold.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone can see this beautiful skull. I know the guys at the back can see. So ladies and gentlemen, in my hand, I have one of the most famous fossils ever found in Africa. It's called Mrs. Place. Mrs. Place was found in 1947, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is known as the highlight of human evolution. So this fossil, ladies and gentlemen, changed the way we see humans today. But now, when we look at this species, ladies and gentlemen, they never lived in caves. So they would fall into a cave by accident. Some of them were killed by predators. So we do find scratches and bites in some species. But now with the skull itself, it's dated 2.15 million years old. It was one of the oldest fossils in the 1940s. But now coming to the name Mrs. Place, it's a Latin word, ladies and gents. The word is Plesianthropus transvalensis. So it means near human from the Transvaal. Because Gauteng province was called the Transvaal before. But now a lot of people couldn't pronounce the name perfectly, so they cut it to Mrs. Place. So, but now, ladies and gentlemen, with the actual discovery, it's now kept in one of our universities in Johannesburg. So with Maropeng, we just keep copies and casts of the species. Right. But folks, in here, we actually have two of our new discoveries as well. The picture that you guys see in the middle, it's 750 bones that were found 30 meters in a cave. But now finding a fossil 30 meters in a cave, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bit of a difficult situation, because one of those cave systems, when the explorers went in 2013, they had to dislocate their arms to go through the caves, because one entrance is 18 centimeters. So once the guys reached the last point, there was an area where their legs were dangling, so they thought they might find water. But now getting there, ladies and gents, they just found bones everywhere. But now there's no flow of water in the cave, not even a predator that will drag their prey in the cave, ladies and gentlemen. But now what we see there is the first species that used to bury their dead within the Cradle of Humankind, ladies and gents. If one of them died outside, it's either an infant or an adult, they'll just take their bodies and dump them in the cave system. But I know for us as humans, when we bury someone, we have order. But now that cave system has no order. They were just dumping all their dead bodies on top of each other. So we call the species Homo naledi. Naledi means a star, ladies and gents, because the cave is called Rising Star Caves. So we name most of our species in Setswana, so we can relate actually with this species, ladies and gentlemen. And again, what we see here, folks, this is a 9-year-old boy. He's known as Sidiba. Sidiba means a spring water. From the brown parts, that's what scientists discovered. So we actually call these guys transitional species. So I know when you were driving to a place, look at the landscape, it's a very dry place. But now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 million years ago, this whole area was a tropical rainforest. So we had species that lived in trees for a long, long time. But once we had a major climate change into the savannah, everyone was triggered to walk upright. So you look at him, he has both features of apes and humans in one skeleton, ladies and gents. His long arms for climbing trees, more primitive ribs as well. But from his pelvic bone going to his legs, we now see that Sidiba has more human features that shows that they were permanently walking upright, ladies and gentlemen. But like Mrs. Place, Sidiba also fell into the cave holes. So with our cave systems, they were mostly death traps for these species, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. But folks, so to have more time, so we're gonna go to the other side, folks, and then see more of our discoveries. So we're allowed to take pictures, questions, no problem, ladies and gents. Okay. With the two exhibits that we have reconstructions which were done in New York for us. So the first one, this is Homo naledi. But now, ladies and gentlemen, with the discovery of Homo naledi, we've never found a complete individual. So they took two skulls, reconstructed the whole thing, and this is the picture that came out. But again, ladies and gentlemen, when we reconstruct fossils, this is also an imagination of someone. It's also an assumption because we were never around when these species were around, ladies and gents. But again, you look at the pigment of these species. I know the question would be, why are they a bit darker or are they a bit lighter? But you reconstruct according to the environment. So if you look at the people that lived here about 400 years ago, they were mostly the Botswana-speaking people. So their pigment is slightly lighter than actually people that you find maybe in North Africa. But now behind you we have Sidiba, and Sidiba would have more facial hair, which is more tropical species. Yeah, and then that's more ape-like, ladies and gents, compared to Naledi.
I remember that. It was very interesting. I do remember that. It was all over the news.
Yeah, it changed the whole view of human evolution. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a crazy species.
पानी वाला है, सब लोग ग्रुप बना लो अपना अपना। ये तो को मिस्ट आ रहा है। हाँ, ये नकली बनाया गया है। नहीं वो नकली है। ये कहाँ है? तूफान, आंधी तूफान।
from here.
ये क्या तुम कैसे देख रहे हो हम लोगों को देखोगे हेलो ये क्या अच्छा कैसे आइडेंटिफाई किया होगा इन लोगों ने
capillaries, arteries, you know.
The white one, the really white one, is how our skull looks like today. And then that other one is how we used to look like. When we were babies.
वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन है वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन काउंटर ये देखो मोदी जी का भी है अच्छा मोदी जी अच्छा ये है पुतिन ये देखो प्रेसिडेंट व्लादिमीर पुतिन ये उनका है ये हमारे मोदी जी का है जय हो वाह रे वाह मोदी जी सर प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र
हमारा कुछ तो आने का फायदा हुआ
हाँ जी हम लोग ऐसे 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 ही टच कर लो यार
ब्रिक्स
अरे हाँ मोदी जी तो छोटा है यार
मेरा देखिए मेरा भी छोटा है ये
सारिल रामाफोसा का है सीरियल उनका तो और बड़ा होगा व्लादिमीर पुतिन Did you try Arya? ट्राई की हो उन्हीं का वो आए थे जब उनका लिया होगा